Good morning. No snow today. Everybody say, oh yeah. Everybody put your hand like this. And when you go like this, and when you snap your fingers, we're going to do what we call snapping of the back keys. So you go, oh yeah. This music we're doing today is more relevant to a lot of music you listen to in your life and everything you hear on the radio. This music is the beginning of rock and roll. We're going to tell you how it all got started. Most of it got started with something called the blues. The blues is about an emotion. The emotion is called sadness. Everybody say, ah. So, you know, the thing about the blues is you can sing the blues. It's pretty easy, but every time I say a phrase, I want everybody to go like this, say, oh yeah. Oh yeah. You ready? Here we go. Well, I looked out the window and I saw the snow outside today. And we're saying, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, I looked out the window this morning. And I saw that snow today. Oh yeah. And I knew it was so cold that I couldn't go outside and you know, I can sing the blues, but the musicians can also use their instruments to communicate the blues. And we're going to turn our guitar player loose. He's going to play a little blues on the guitar. Everybody say, good morning, Norman. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody say, oh yeah. Well, the teachers give us homework. Homework, 1, 2, 3. Everybody say, oh yeah. Those teachers give you homework. 1, 2, 3. So I tell you what, you better not be sitting around watching that old TV. You know we're so happy to the Mahan school that were born for you. Oh yeah? We're so happy to come to the Mahan school to play for you. And your teachers are happy to go for us. And a glass or two. Everyone say, oh yeah. You know, the blues is a very personalized style of music. It's something that one person might sing the blues. But there's another style of music that also grew up with the blues. It was a style of music called gospel music. And gospel music was something that was done by a large group of people. And I'm going to do a really famous gospel song, and I need everybody to help me out. It goes like this. Listen carefully because I'm going to want you to repeat what I say. I will not be moved. Now, all of you. I will not be moved. Now, put your hand like this. Just like a tree that's planted by the Lord. Everybody's going to say, I will not be moved. I will not be moved. Now, gospel music and the blues are the beginnings of rock and roll as we know it because of the way the music is created, the way it's communicated through the instruments and through the songs. One of the big performers in early rock and roll got his start as a church organist. He's very, very famous. Everybody say, Ray Charles! Ray Charles! And Ray Charles learned something. He learned that people like to do something called call response, where a leader says something and everybody repeats it back to him. Everybody saying, whoa! Now when you do that, I want you to put your hands up in the air like this. Yeah, you got it. Whoa! Hey! Ho! Hey! Ho! Ho! Practicing their singing. You didn't practice? Okay, now teachers. Oh, and that includes any adults that are not teachers. So like if I catch you and you're not participating, you remember you were a soloist one year. I remember you. Okay, so the teachers and adults, especially principals and vice principals. Now, it's very simple. What you're going to do is going to say, baby, what I said, okay? Repeat after me. Here we go. Baby, what I said. No. Just the teachers, okay? I'm not going to do it. Just the teachers. Here we go. Baby, what I said. 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 In a lot of Norwich schools, and your teachers sound better than all of them. Give them a big round of applause. So anyway, kids, do you think you do a better job than the teachers? Okay, now when you say, tell me what I said, when you say it back to me, I want you to put your hand to me. Here we go. Tell me what I said. Tell me what I said. So one of the other styles of music that came into existence right before rock and roll was a style of music called swing music. Swing music was usually played by big bands with saxophones and trumpets, clarinets, and huge bands. And people would dance to it. It was a lot of fun, very exciting. But it wasn't rock and roll. But a lot of the performers that got started in swing music came right into rock and roll. One of the big performers was a guy named Louis Prima. Now, Louis Prima grew up down in Norwich, down in New Orleans, and he loved to try new styles of music. And he did one song that became so popular that it was featured in a kids' movie back about 20 years ago. How many people have seen the movie called Stuart Little? Anybody? Yeah, okay. The first Stuart Little movie, the cat is chasing the mouse all around the house. They're going through the kitchen, and the cat ends up in the garbage can. The song they were doing was a swing song that was very exciting. It's called Jump, Jive, and Wave. Now, instead of clapping your hands, everybody snap your fingers. You Okay. You know, the difference between swing and rock and roll isn't the instruments, it isn't the words, it isn't really the music, it's the rhythm. What was going on underneath that song we just did, this is a swing rhythm. You guys ready? Now, rock and roll rhythm is a little different. This is what goes on underneath rock and roll music. Everybody go for a swim. You know, when people are growing up, they often find new types of music and things that they like that their parents don't like. When this rock and roll music first came out, a lot of the parents didn't understand that things were going to just move on and become a little different. So a lot of times the parents would not let the kids listen to music. They had to go find the music when they went to a friend's house or went over to the playground. And we're going to do a song now. We're going to turn you folks into the parents. And you're going to be very upset about the music. I want everybody, put your finger right here. Turn to the person sitting next to you. Smile at them and say, "Don't talk back." Now it's got to be really quickly. Get ready? All together. Now, don't talk back. Every time I say yakety yak, you're going to say, "Don't talk back." Yakety yak. Yakety yak. Yakety yak. Take out the papers and the tablets. Read the yak. And you're going to yakety yak. You gotta go really quickly, okay? We'll try to do it. Yakety yak. Yakety yak. Yakety yak. Yakety yak. style of music. There was another style of music that grew up in the inner cities on street corners. It was a style of music called doo-wop. Everybody say doo-wop. Well, the reason they called it doo-wop is because a lot of times they use things that weren't really words. They would say things like ee-ba-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-ba-boo. And we're going to do a very famous doo-wop song. And we're going to feature my backup singers, Mo, Larry, and Curly. So what we're going to do here is I need everybody. You are going to be my backup singers, but you are going to be like the dancers. So I want everybody to go like this. Go 1, 2. Just have a word, please. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now go like this. In the still of the night, when I'm in the fire, oh, I love you so. That's that. And I want you better in the still of the night. Right here. Other finger. The stars are bright. And I move and I pray. You be your prayer. Like this. In the still of the night, in the still of the night. Give yourselves a big round of applause. The guy over there with the green tie. Good. We're getting ready for St. Patrick's Day. Looks like it's got a little gold point in it. So anyway, this guy grew up in Wethersfield, Connecticut. Am I right? Yeah. And growing up in Wethersfield, Connecticut, he was very, very famous. He's a really good drummer. But the teachers had a nickname for him. They called him Charlie Brown. He had this little problem. He was always having fun. You don't have fun anymore. But he was always having fun. And every once in a while he'd do something that, would just cause somebody to say, oh, I don't know about this kid. So what they do is, when they look at him and they have this strange look, he'd say this, everybody put your hands here, give me some drama. Everybody say, why is everybody always picking on me? Now you have to do the drama thing here. Everybody put your hands here. Why is everybody always picking on me? the most famous performers weren't the drummers, they weren't the guitar players. Believe it or not, they were the piano players. The piano players came into rock and roll music in a different way than everybody else. They came in with a style of music called boogie-woogie. Everybody say boogie-woogie. Boogie-woogie. No, it doesn't sound like something you should be doing with your nose. So boogie-woogie was a style of music that went like this. I'm going to just turn around so you get to see my worst side. Everybody raise your left hand. The other left hand, this one over here. Now, what happens, the piano player goes like this. He walks his hand up and down the keyboard like this. Everybody do that. Then with his right hand, the other hand, no, keep it going. With the right hand, he does some wild rhythms like this. Everybody give a big round of applause for Joe McWilliams on the piano. Now, I want everybody to do me a tremendous favor. Everybody put your hands up like this. Anytime that Joe does a tremolo on the piano, a tremolo is when he shakes his hands on the keyboard. Everybody go like this. Now he's going to move a little higher, a little higher, a little higher. A little higher, and then you're going to say, woo! Okay, we're going to shake our hands again, start really low. Here we go. A little higher. Woo! Let's give Joe a big round of applause on the piano. One of the most famous of all the piano players was a guy named Jerry Lee Lewis. Jerry Lee Lewis was a little bit of a showman. In fact, what that meant is he liked to do wild and crazy things to make people laugh and make people get excited. One thing he would do is he would sit on top of the piano and play the piano with his feet. Don't you try that. He would also do things like he'd stand up and he'd push the chair, and the chair would go flying across the room. Don't do that either. But one thing he did on a very famous song was, the song was called Great Balls of Fire. Everybody say, Great Balls of Fire. He would do something called a glissando. The glissando is when you take your hand and you sweep it up and down the keyboard. And people would find that exciting, even though it wasn't that difficult, but it was just really exciting. Now, we're going to need everybody's help. Everybody say, oh yeah. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. You shake my nose and you rattle my brain. You must love that man. we think of rock and roll, we think of guitar players. The problem with early rock and roll, it was really difficult for them to be heard because they hadn't figured out how to get the sound from the guitar into what they call the PA system or the sound system. So if you ask for a solo, hey Norman, give me a big solo, go baby! Broken. So what happened? A guy by the name of Les Paul came up with the idea. He actually took part of a model training track and put it underneath the strings, and it collected the sound, and they could put the sound into the sound system, so you now get this on the guitar. So the guitar players all of a sudden became the big stars of the band. One of the big stars was a guy named Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry wrote a song that was all about a little boy who learned how to play the guitar. And the tune was called Johnny Be Good. It was really difficult to get the music around the world. Most of the people just stayed in the United States, but a guy who influenced a lot of people because he went over to Europe and started doing concert tours. His name was Bill Haley and the Comets. Bill Haley did some songs that even today you hear a lot of groups do some of the songs that he did. The first one is a song that's all about counting down the hours. And it goes like this. Well, 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock. Everybody put your hands up like this. Everybody's going to shake, rattle, and roll. Right hand, shake, my good sheep. Ain't my good sheep. Ain't my good sheep. Everybody put your finger up in the air. Turn to the person next to you and scold them. Here we go. Get out of that cage damn rattle with lots of finger. Get out of that cage damn rattle with lots of finger. I say roll my breakfast with my style. Well, we hope that you not only had fun this morning, but I hope you learned a little about the beginning of the music that you listened to today. I do want to introduce again the members of the band. Everybody give a big round of applause for our drummer, Sal Raniello. A huge round of applause for Norwich Johnson on the guitar. On the keyboard, Kelvin Williams. I am John Banger. We want to thank all your teachers for getting involved today. Let's give your teachers a big round of applause. We want to thank the Eastern Connecticut Symphony for setting up this concert schedule in the Norwich schools. Let's give the Eastern Connecticut Symphony a big round of applause. Now, I need everybody to do one more shake, rattle, roll. When we're finished with this song, I want everybody to stay seated, and we're going to turn it back over to the teachers. Everybody get ready? Put your hands here. Here we go. Come on, shake, rattle, roll, Now the teachers will tell you how you're going to get back to your classes. So everybody stay seated until the teachers tell you how you're going to go.